Good afternoon, students. I am Dr. Sujay Sharkar. Today I am going to describe noise pollution. Just see the slides. I will. So, noise pollution. The human ear is constantly being assailed by man-made sounds from all sides, and there remain few places in populous areas where relative quiet prevails. What do aeroplanes, trains, cars, and pneumatic drills and radio and television sets have in common? They all produce noise, the most dangerous pollutant of man's environment. Noise has become a permanent part of our lives these days because of the development of machinery, industry, and the technology. Noise harms the body and mind. Noise not only causes the irritation or annoyance, but it constricts your arteries, increases the flow of adrenaline, and forces your heart to work faster. The noise word comes from the Latin word nausea, is usually defined as unwanted or unpleasant sound that's, that causes discomfort. Noise is also defined as wrong sound, in the wrong place and the wrong time. Noise pollution means the unwanted sound dumped into the atmosphere, leading to health hazards. Formerly, noise was limited only to the industry. This too was not much as there were only few industries. But these days, there has been rapid industrial growth. Due to this, the moreover, there has been population explosion due to which there is a heavy traffic, urban crowd, and electric equipment. All these have added to the noise nuisance in environment. In our country, besides this, the two other factors are the religious and the social function, which increase the gravity of the situation. So this is all about the introduction about the noise pollution. Let's see the slide presentation. One. So what is the noise pollution according to this slide? The sound that is unwanted or disrupts one's quality of life is called as noise. When there is a lot of noise in the environment, it's termed as noise pollution. Another way it's called the sound become undesirable when it disturbs the normal activities such as working, sleeping, and during conversation. It is an underrated environmental problem because of the fact that we can see, smell, or taste it. According to WHO stated, the World Health Organization stated that noise must be recognized as a major threat to human well-being. So this is the major sources of noise pollution: the household source, social events, commercial and industrial activities, the transportation. It is the main source of noise pollution. The main contributors to noise are the factories and the industries and transportation, air, rail, and road. The community and religious activity. There should not be an exaggeration to say that we Indians are a noisy people, and every sentiment and occasion is manifested in a noisy manner, be it a religious occasion, elections, or a family celebration. The chief man-made source in urban areas are automobiles, factories, industries, trains, airplanes, etc. Noisemakers are horns, sirens, lawn mower, musical instruments, TV, radio, transistor, telephone, dogs, loudspeaker, washing machines, vacuum cleaner, food mixture, pressure cookers, fans, air conditioners, coolers. Ever since the Industrial Revolution, there has been doubling every 10 years of environmental noise. So this is the sources of our noise pollution. Next, The street traffic, railroads, airplanes, constructions, consumer products are the main sources, chief sources of the noise pollution. There's the transportation system are the main source of noise pollution in urban areas. Construction of buildings, highways, street cause a lot of noise due to the uses of air compressor, bulldozers, loaders, dump trucks, and the pavement breakers. Industrial noise also adds the already unfavorable state of noise pollution. Next, the loudspeaker, plumbing, boilers, generators, air conditioners, fans, and vacuum cleaners add to the existing noise pollution. So, level of tolerance of human beings. Normal level of tolerance is 80 decibel. Decibel is the unit of the noise. Sound level below and above this is considered to be a noise pollution. This is the chart where the noise pollution of every there is a makers noise makers. There's if we breathe, this is a zero. If we breathe, there's 10 decibels. You whisper, there's 20 decibel. Rustle of leaves, 30 decibel. Rain, 40 decibel. Refrigerator, this is a faint noise pollution is a 50 decibel. Moderate or to quit conversation with both people, the 60 decibel. Loud, maybe car. Very loud, maybe truck, hair dryer, helicopter, trombone, siren, jet engine, and the fireworks were the more than 80 decibel, and this is harm to our ears. There are two basic properties of sound: loudness and the frequency. Loudness is the strength of sensation of sound perceived by the individual. It is measured in terms of decibels. Just audible sound is about 10 decibels. A whisper about 20 decibels. In lively place, there is 30 decibels. Normal conversation in between both 35 to 60 decibels. Heavy street traffic more than 80 decibels. The boiler factories more than 120 decibels. Jet planes take off more than 150 decibels. Rocket engine about 180 decibels. The loudest sound a person can stand without much discomfort is about 80 decibels. Sounds beyond 80 decibel can be safely regarded as a pollutant, as it harms hearing system. According to World Health Organization has fixed 45 decibel as the safe noise level for a city. For international standards, a noise level up to 65 decibel is considered tolerant level. However, for the hospital use, but Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Bangalore, Chennai usually register more than 90 decibel. The metro city is more than 90 decibel. And what about the loudness is also expressed as in sounds. One sound equals the loudness of 40 decibel. Sound pressure of at 1000 hertz. Frequency is defined as the number of vibration per second. It is denoted as hertz. This unit is hertz, Hertz, and it is denoted as the h small z. 1 hertz equals to 1 vibration per second. People can hear sound from 16 infraaudible to 20,000 ultrasonic hertz. So these are the units of the sound pollution, and this is the range of the sound in our ear hearing system. Next, the effects of the noise pollution. Its effect, there are auditory effects and some non-auditory effects are here. In auditory effect, this includes the auditory fatigue and deafness. Auditory fatigue appears in the 90 decibel and may be associated with side effects as whistling and the buzzing in ears. Deafness can be caused due to the continuous noise exposure. Temporary deafness occurs at 4000 to 6000 Hz. Permanent loss of hearing occurs at 100 decibel. In Calcutta are the noisiest cities in the Bombay and the Calcutta are the noisiest cities in the world. Many persons have risk of deafness. But in non-auditory effects, these are the interference of in speech communication, annoyance, loss of working efficiency, physiological disorders. These are the effects of the non-auditory effects. So these are the effects, mainly effects of the noise pollution. There are stress out with there there is sleeping problems, hearing impairment, hypertension, isometric heart disease are there due to this the noise pollution. So there are the two effects I say in the previous slide, and there are the auditory effect and non-auditory effect. The auditory effect, there are deafness or auditory fatigue, and the non-auditory effects, annoyance, loss of working efficiency, interference in speech communication, physical disorder like increase in heartbeat beats, based blood pressure, etc. So this is a range, another way to range of the effects of the human population. The effects, there are about 25,000 hair cells in our ear which create wave in our ear responding to different level of frequencies. With increasing levels of sound, the cells get destroyed, decreasing our ability to hear the high frequency sound. This is a pyramid of noise effect. These are in the first in the pyramid, and in the first in proximal portion is a mortality if this is a high severity of sound. The disease, there's the insomnia, there's the no sleep, there's a hamper of the sleep, the cardiovascular disease, then after that the risk factor of blood pressure, cholesterol, blood dotting, glucose, stress indicators like autonomous response, stress hormones, and the last of all, the feeling of discomfort is a disturbance, annoyance, and sleep disturbance. There is a number of people who are affected in the pyramid of the effects of the noise. Then the effects and the physiological effects are there. The temporary effects such as deterioration in concentration and mental disorientation at high noise level, more load reduces, working efficiency is less, interfere for communication, increase the frequency may accident, reduce mental capability, emotional stability, contribute to distress, emotional disturbance, aggressive, any existing physiological condition, and mental illness. These are the physiological effects due to the noise pollution. What are the effects in children? When young children are regularly exposed to the level of noise that interfere with speech, they may such develop speech or reading difficulties because auditory processing functions are compromised. High noise levels have also been known to damage the physical health of small children. Children from noisy residents even have a heart rate that is significantly higher by 2 beats per minute on average than those of children from a quieter home. Effects on old age, there is also the effect on the old age. According to CNN its report, the study showed the 7% higher risk in developing dementia among those living within 50 meters of a road. It's near about the road. Those people have a 7% old people have developing dementia. Means they have lost their normal what they think. They could not think. This is called the one type of disease. It's called the dementia. Then the study found that was a linear decline in deaths for people that live further away from roads. So those people are lived around near the road, they have the risk of the mortality due to the noise pollution. Cognitive effects, the fundamental studies have verified the hypothesis according to which noise generates stress. The rates of stress hormones were found higher in blood. This means that noise causes stress. For experimental studies, researchers have experienced the role of noise on memory, attention, and the performance. Human subjects were exposed to different decibels to assess levels of disruption to their memory, attention, and performance. The results revealed that noise disturbs memory, distracts attention, and decreases performance. It is a report on the 2014. It is a cognitive effect in our body. The physical manifestation of this noise stress due to the noise pollution. Delayed cognitive development in children, physiological triggers for individuals with PTSD, lower threshold for noise resulting in sleep disturbance, increased heart rate, changes in immune system, anxiety, annoyance, mood shift, elevation of the cortisol production, hypertension, myocardial infarction, vasoconstriction, elevated blood pressure, and elevated adrenaline levels. So these are the main reasons. These are the due to the noise pollution. The main uh, the main disease are here to due to this pollution. The physiological and behavioral problems in human beings. The sleep disturbance. The first of all, the sleep disturbance. Environmental noise is one of the major causes of disturbed sleep. The primary sleep disturbance are difficulty falling asleep, frequent wakings, walking too early, waking too early, and alterations in sleep status and depth, especially reduction in REM sleep. When sleep disruption becomes chronic, the result are mood changes, decrements in performance, and other long-term effects on health and well-being. Next, secondary effects, so-called after effects, measure the following day include fatigue, depressed mood and well-being, and decreased performance, decreased alertness. Long-term physiological effects have been related to nocturnal noise. Noise annoyance during the night increases total noise annoyance for the following 24 hours. Particularly sensitive groups include the elderly, shift workers, person vulnerable to physical or mental disorders, and those with sleep disorder. These are two effects in due to the noise. That is mainly the sleep disturbance. Mental illness. Noise interfere with speech can lead to large number of problems including hearing difficulties, lack of concentration, fatigue, uncertainty, lack of self-confidence, irritation, decreased work capacity. There are many others, the human relation problems, learning difficulties, aggression, stress-related reactions, behavioral problems, sexual impotence, and changes in mood due to this pollution. Children, the elderly, and then those with underlying depression may be particularly vulnerable to these effects because they may lack adequate coping mechanism. Children in noisy environments find the noisy annoying and report diminished quality of life. Noise levels above 80 decibels are associated with both an increase in aggressive behavior and a decrease in behavior helpful to others. So what would be action to be taken due to the noise pollution? It can be controlled. It is there is a variety of effective strategies for mitigating adverse sound level, use of noise barriers, limitation of vehicle speeds, alternation of roadway surface texture, limitation of heavy duty vehicles, use of traffic controls and the smooth vehicle flow to reduce braking and acceleration, innovative tire design and others. There may be concrete source of control, transmission control to protect exposed person, to create vegetation cover. Noise pollution can be controlled through law also. So solutions are there. They're planting bushes and trees in and around sound generating sources in an effective solution for noise pollution. So planted more trees in our areas. Regularly servicing and turning automobiles can effectively reduce the noise pollution. Buildings can be designed with suitable noise absorbing material for the walls, windows, and the ceilings. Workers should be provided with equipment such as earplugs and the earmuffs for hearing protection. Similar to automobiles, lubrication of the machinery and servicing should be done to minimize noise generation. Soundproof doors or windows can be installed to block unwanted noise from outside. Regulation should be imposed to restrict the usage of the play loudspeakers in crowded areas and public places. Factories and industries should be located far from the residential areas. Community development of urban management should be done with long-term planning along with an aim to reduce noise pollution. Social awareness programs should be taken up to educate the people about the causes and the effects of noise pollution. So there are some rules, noise regulation rules. It is according to under the Environment Protection in 1986. The features industrial should be under the 75 decibel, not more than 75. In commercial, 65 decibel. Residential 55 decibel. Zones of silence there. No public address system after 10 p.m. and before 6 a.m. So there are some laws and the noise pollution through laws. Silence zones must be created near schools, hospitals, and the indiscriminate use of loudspeakers or public places may be done by laws. Adequate restriction must be put on necessary use of the horns and vehicles they without silencer. In some countries like USA and UK, there are already laws. Some countries. In India, we have a Motor Vehicles Act which provides restriction on trucks using double size sirens while passing through some localities. But this is not enough. In Delhi and Bombay, there are flights round the clock at airports. Delhi is closely following Bombay in noise pollution, and if adequate steps are not taken to reduce sound level, more than 50% of Delhi will be affected by 2000. Restrictions may be put on aircraft flights at midnight in Delhi areas affected most by vehicular noise pollution. There are Indian Penal Code that has some provisions to act to which resort can be made on the ground nuisance. These are the section 268 and 290. Fortunately, noise has now been included under Air Pollution and Air Pollution Control Act. And there are last but not the least education. Public must be made aware and educated about noise nuisance through adequate news media, lectures, and other programs. The movement against noise pollution is very weak in India. The main reason being that most of us do not consider noise as a pollution, but as a part of routine life. Thank you for your attention.